So I thought I'd make a video and update everyone on the status of my house. Here, put me in the picture. Just back from a run. Borrowing the Hills F250 back there to pick up some stuff from Home Depot tonight. You can see my front yard is looking browner than usual. That's on purpose. You can see where it changes green over at the property line. That's because there's a fair bit of Roundup put out here for doing something in the future. Stump I've been working at with the dry weather. It was easy digging, and it was all rotten on one side, so that made it seem like it was an easier job than I thought. But I mean, it's a big stump. That's probably 4 feet across right there, so pretty big. Ended the Roundup right there. Along this side of the house, actually the grass is looking pretty good. Here's where I've been digging. These are where the pilings, there's 4 pilings put on this side, and it looks like the guys who did the pilings actually dumped out their mud pumping truck. Their mud is a type of concrete, slab jacking mud, and filled it in there, and then put dirt over top of it, which means nothing would grow. So back here in the backyard, this is the site of the infamous poison ivy, gone now. Those are plugs. I've plugged here, I've plugged here, and a spot between these trees. The rest of it I think is too shady. That's the orange tree right there. Back here I think is too shady to do too much, but we'll see. Back, there's 3 pilings put in here, slider. Those repairs are just temporary. Projects everywhere. Blue piece of tape up there is marking where there's a leak on the inside. It's actually over the wall, so it's not a big deal. Sprinkler system that I'm digging up, trying to figure out what's going on. These are my 4 zones coming into an indexing valve that's going to be changed out for solenoid valves. Pump that doesn't work. This is the going to a well. I don't know where the well is. This other piping over there is from a groundwater cooling system with the old style air conditioning. I have no idea what these 2 pipes go to down here. Same thing probably. Garage. No changes here since I ripped out the ceiling, storing some stuff up there right now. That's PEX for doing the plumbing. There's some insulation that I'm a long ways away from needing. I was a little ambitious when I started. That's hose and the dust collector machine over there from sucking out the insulation, which worked fairly well. This is an attic stair that I bought. That's a drywall lift I'm using to put it up in there. I'm held up at the moment because the trusses in this area aren't actually 24 inches on center, and that won't quite fit. My garage door is mounted holding those 2 at that spacing, so I need to fix that. Plus there's these other things up here that are called rat runs. Come on, focus, focus, focus. That are preventing the trusses from, sorry about that, I don't know what's going on, preventing the trusses from moving out of position, and I need to loosen up those and refasten them. I guess you can frame houses any on center you want. Talking to the drywall guys, they have no issues at all with the fact that it varies. So yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be 24 inches on center. Trusses, some are 23, some are 25. The walls, I mean, you can look at that wall right there and you can see it's all over the place. Should be 16, some are 14, some are 18. Really weird. The kitchen had the lowered ceiling, so there's some weird stuff going on. That's the beam that I got to do something about. The idea right now is to put a heavier beam right there, because that appears to be where all the load is, and that can go from wall to wall. But that thing is bizarre and causing a problem right now. Don't have a kitchen plan yet. Sorry, don't have a kitchen plan yet, but I can go all the way back to this wall here, so all that stuff could go away, and that wall may go away. Dining room on the other side. Don't really know. Out here, nothing really going on. I do plan on taking down that vinyl kind of soffit looking stuff. That would give me a little more height. I'd paint the wood up there white. I think it would look better. I think it would look better when you're at the kitchen looking out this window. The ceiling would be a little less kind of in your face right here. Who knows? This wall will go away. It's really not sturdy right now. Bottom plate was never fastened, I guess. Living room. I need to put insulation baffles up here. There were never any, so blown in insulation can go right out to the soffit. Need to figure out how to do that because it's not a conventional framing, truss framing here. The sunken area, a lot of people suggest I should fill it in. I don't think I will. Little nook area here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Yeah, this is the entryway. I got the laundry machines out here for now. This is the utility room where there will be a lot going on. I'd like to get this done sooner rather than later because this has, this will be the central area for the plumbing, hot water, panel obviously, laundry, utility sink. Got a drain in here, which is kind of nice. It had a blower, had a vent, which I'm going to remove. I'm going to have to relocate the dryer venting, which goes up this wall and out the roof right there. I think I'm going to stack the machines over here in this corner, washer, dryer, vent straight up. That would be a much more direct run. Oh, while I'm out here, get these tall skinny windows, these 18-inch wide windows. I have 4 more of them in the bedrooms. Here you can see where I've drilled a hole right there. That was trying to see if I had a poured header there, tie beam, lintel, whatever you want to call it. I do, meaning in theory those 3 windows could be turned into one large window. Not sure how that would look. At first I thought that would be a great idea. I haven't made up my mind to do that, but I want to hurry up and get those windows on order. These 3 big windows are actually a standard size window. They're the only off-the-shelf window that I have in here. This is my fancy plastic curtain to keep the air conditioning in. Haven't done much with the bathroom. I'm using it, so can't do much in here. I gotta hurry up. This window's falling apart. I got a piece of wood holding it open because the sash counterbalance mechanism rusted out. Actually, I don't like that window right in the shower. I don't know what to do about that. If I wanted to change it, it would be nice to have a window higher up. Mom would not get so nervous about showering here. And maybe a lot of people don't like that. Doesn't bother me at all. But the header, I don't imagine, goes up much higher. So I'm not sure what I can do with that. Hallway, the drywall in here is not terrible. I may not rip it out. The picture, the video here is not shown, but it's pretty bad. I mean, there's this bump here where the tape is peeling 4 feet up everywhere in the whole house. My bedroom, not doing much in here. I had scraped the popcorn off. That's when I realized I really had a drywall problem. This other room is the only other room that I haven't really done much with. I was storing stuff in here. I've taken a lot out, cleaned it up. I actually got rid of the portable air conditioner that was in here. I bought a window unit to go in here because the portable just wasn't working in my opinion. So I'm going to air condition this, keep the humidity down. And try to control the mold a little better than I did last year. I don't have any lights to turn on in here. There's more of these tall, skinny windows. So these have a poured tie beam only over those windows, so I got to stick with them. I'm not a fan of them, but it is what it is. These windows here, I have 4 of these, or 8 individual windows that are molded together. You see there's filler blocks down underneath. 4-inch tall, or half blocks they call them. It's kind of weird. They almost look like they're dry set. They must be stuccoed in on the other side. Not the way to do it. But I'm going to take advantage of that and make the windows 4 inches taller, basically. Hopefully I can do that. I've gone down to code enforcement and asked questions to those guys there to see how they interpret the building code, which is, a lot of legal stuff. I really don't think they know, so it really has a lot to do with who shows up on the day. This is the bathroom I'm standing in, so there'll eventually be a shower in there. Chipping up the floor to make that a walk-in. Ceiling has been drywalled in here. I jumped the gun a little bit on that. I wanted to get something done. I've already put the lights in. The recessed lighting cans are in there and wired. Nothing's actually hooked up, but it is all wired. Once you put the sheetrock in, it's a lot harder to do anything up in the attic, but is what it is. Mainly thinking of the baffles. I hadn't thought about the insulation baffles. Pop these cans in after. Come on, what are you doing there? Pop these cans in after. Sorry about that. And I'm trying everything to make this thing focus, and it is not working. There we go. And yeah, same type of windows in here. You can see they just shove anything in there. Doesn't matter, the windows, even impact windows, do not need to be fastened at the lower sill. You don't want them sealed in any way because you want it to drain if water ever gets in. Boy, I don't know what it is with... These are mulled windows, so in here is a structural mulling bar that for an impact window will need to be tied in here somehow, and I don't have the engineering drawings on that, so I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. I'm going to replace all these interior doors. These are really cheap hollow slab doors. I'm going to get solid filled with a horizontal panel, not the typical 6 panel that you see in houses. Just trying to do something different, anything different than typical kind of builder grade crap. Probably put recessed lights in here, replace the ceiling, rock, recessed lights. Other thing about this bathroom, you can't really tell, this is a 22-inch door, I think, or 24-inch. Typical is 28. I would like to widen that. This bumped out thing here is for a closet that's over here, so I'm not really sure how to do that. If I make the closet any shorter, it won't really work as a coat closet with a hanging rack on it. I could actually end up making it more of a linen closet if I go back, push that back 6 inches or so, and have some shallow shelves in there, but then I wouldn't have a closet over here. So, don't know. And the only other closet I have, there's that one in the hallway that's kind of a linen closet right now, and then there's this closet here, which I'm storing some stuff in here. Got some lights, it's a dryer box, plumbing stuff, drywall stuff, locks and handles to match some stuff that I have installed already. That's actually a plumbing manifold in there for all the PEX. That's electrical breakers and whatnot in there. So anyway, that's a tour. Oh, most exciting progress out here. I put some numbers up. You know, having contractors come by, they need to find my place, so got a number. And bought some plants. That's actually a citronella plant. I'm hoping I can grow that like a weed and keep the mosquitoes out of here. Fingers crossed. That's a mint plant, and a couple pineapples I've eaten that I don't know if they're taking or not. That's basil, which is growing really, really well. And these are some seeds of a tree I found running on South Tropical Trail. I found the seeds, didn't have any idea what they were, planted them, and now I figured it out. I see these things around. It's kind of an ornamental that you see around. Tough to see. The 2 crotons, they're trimmed. They'll start blossoming here in another month. The philodendron's looking pretty good. Rabbits are around here somewhere. They're not making an appearance right now, but all right, there you go.